wins, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. Chooses to bring this one out. Not much on the return. Should have kept that one in the end zone as the tackle's made at the 15-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they had that one contained right at the line. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. His first throw is an interception. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs are going to take over after the interception. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Jukes out a one-stop. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. First down, here's Swift. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught, Keenan Allen. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running behind center with Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Williams with 3rd and long. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. And they're going for this. He's trying to go deep again. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Easy. 1st down throw, Mahomes. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. So it'll be 2nd down.
Yellow. Attack.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Caught near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Throw reeled in by Allen. And he rips off a huge chunk of yardage before finally being brought down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down. Working from the gun, Williams. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To throw is Williams. The back's got it. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 19 at the 26-yard line.
15.
Trying again following the sack. This one finds Kelsey. Has some daylight through the 40. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Trevon Dexter escorted him to the ground. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the air, Mahomes. Cut by the open man. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs will add to their lead at the end of the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Reed now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Fire on these two, fire on these two. Right side.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 23. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third down, here's Williams. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15, 15. Collect. Right side.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, well, can mean a touchdown.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Not much on the return. Should have kept that one in the end zone as the tackle's made at the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Catch made by Allen. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game. But boy, Brock, what a shot. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 3. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Off the play fake, Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Slot man motioned over. 1st down throw by Williams. He's got it near the 10. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. McCole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
To the air, Mahomes. Has his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running right is Pacheco. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
Hey, Riblet.
The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday.
Throwing is Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the 4th at a massive deficit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Working quickly here. Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st and goal, Swift. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Again, it's going to be Swift. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears get it back to a 14-point game. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Finds his man. It's Worthy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Yellow. 15. Attack, attack. Attack.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
15.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. This throw is cut. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Reed now to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, Williams. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. On the quick slant, he's got Allen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bears first down.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears get it back to a 14-point game. They'll time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Yellow. Right side.
A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.